10 Things Depression Make Us Do. Around the world, depression affects a lot of people. The World Health Organization estimates that depression is a hidden mental condition that affects 300 million people of all ages. It's challenging to detect it in the beginning stages. Most of us only become aware of our depression when we are seriously affected by it. People who suffer from this mental illness feel exhausted, angry, restless, empty or depressed, or both. Depression not only saps your motivation, but it can also impair your ability to focus and reason. People with this disease have a tendency to act in ways that make things worse. 10 things that depression causes you to do are listed below. Isolating yourself. For a variety of causes, depressed people isolate themselves. Some people prefer to stick to themselves because they find socializing overwhelming, while others think it's preferable to be by themselves. In other instances, the individual could experience so much self-hatred that they would rather avoid interacting with others. People who are very depressed could even spend weeks inside their home. Being disorganized. When you're depressed, cleaning a room or your house is a laborious task since you're so worn out. While your rubbish is filling the trash can to the brim, dirty dishes and clothes begin to accumulate. Since everything is on the floor, moving around your space becomes an even greater physical strain. Living in a busy environment makes you feel uneasy, but being tired makes matters worse. Poor hygiene. Everything drains from depression. Showering, brushing your teeth, bathing your hair, and taking care of your body are all put on the back burner because getting out of bed is challenging enough. Although those without depression may view this conduct as laziness, taking a shower or changing into new clothes can occasionally be uncomfortable and difficult. Struggling with sleep. Your sleep schedule is impacted by depression. Some people may stay up late and get little sleep. Your obsessive, unwelcome thoughts keep you awake. You can get anxiety from these throughout the entire night. Some of you may also sleep too much and still not feel rested. Catastrophizing every situation. Your mind is tricked by depression, leading you to believe unfavorable things. You can even reach a stage where you're continually on the lookout for negative events to support your pessimistic outlook. You use every unfortunate event as proof of how miserable life is. It is tough to perceive life in a brighter light because of this slippery slope. Terrible eating habits. People that are depressed will either eat excessively or not at all. Some of you might find yourself in the kitchen gorging on everything therein in an attempt to eat away the emptiness or grief you're experiencing, while others might not be hungry and even find food repulsive. Others of you might be so worn out that the concept of cooking a meal overwhelms you. Lack of motivation. Your hobbies and desires are immediately taken from you by depression. Your favorite activities and interests no longer fulfill you, and you gradually start to feel numb and dead inside. If you don't take care, you'll wind up spending the entire day in bed. Evading your problems. It can be difficult enough to confront issues and difficulties while you are dealing with depression since it is so overpowering and can leave you feeling helpless and out of control most of the time. If you choose to ignore or put off the issue, it will just get worse since it will keep piling up. Feeling guilty and feeling self-hatred. If you let depression rule your thinking, you'll probably experience self-hatred. You'll keep speaking negatively to yourself, which frequently results in the emergence of self-esteem problems and a negative self-image. Eventually, you'll come to believe that you are no longer deserving of respect. Some individuals with severe mental illness may even experience guilt since they believe all of their difficulties are their fault. Living in fear. Depression patients worry about bad things happening to them. In extreme circumstances, some of you will undermine a favorable circumstance because you think it will go south. Sometimes people will pass up chances and quit pursuing their goals. It's a perverse strategy for self-defense since it keeps you from experiencing life and achieving fantastic things.